We back with it. Saw this video a while ago. It's talking about how elastic the brain is. And there's so many different perspectives to about it from. As a melanated individual, so many other melanated individuals that have hardwired thought processes that have been downloaded into their DNA. I don't even know what to do about it. I'm one of them where every day it's like this unraveling of code that I already know and code that I have to relearn in order to function within a sick society. But know that the brain is elastic. Elasticity means the capacity in which something could bend or stretch or be malleable. Malleable like clay, like dough. A person who doesn't have an elastic brain is someone you would consider old winded, one track minded. Um, those are like common ways of seeing someone who isn't elastic. Or the way business works, or um, believe it or not, something that's not elastic is in which the capacity that something cannot operate in. So if you lack in a certain area and now you're in a certain environment in which you have to perform, you have to be that characteristic in that environment, not being able to adapt shows the level of elasticity your brain has. And what's cool about the thought of having an elastic brain is realizing how far the thought of something can be stretched. And within that stretch, how much information can be stored. That's what's cool to me about it. When you think of a rubber band, I guess one laying around here. When you think of a rubber band, you know, think of a rubber band, right? When it's just in place, it's still. This would be the comparison capacity to, we'll say, a baby. Or we'll say, if it was in this state, still a band, but it's just a baby. In this state, nature will take its course for you to be like this. Regardless, your nature is going for it's going you're gonna change. You're gonna change. Like whether your mind and your feelings are changing with what's changing is one thing, but you're gonna just change in nature. You're gonna go from a baby, unless you have deficiencies, you're gonna change. I don't know why I'm putting this back yet. I can continue the example. So now this is you as a full grown adult. Everything you learned as a baby, it's stretched to this point. but that's still nature just taking its course. In this sick society, having to learn about the way that the dollar works, having to learn about unhealed people, having to just learn about anything from the difference between being a child and being an adult, it will stretch your brain. Depending on how elastic your brain is, which is the capacity in which for it to be stretched, which is considered pressure, and for it to be able to bounce back, which is relief of tension. That elasticity is the dictation of the adaptability to be able to process information and operate in these environments that we in life. You know, it could be an elasticity of learning, or it could be an elasticity of hard pressure and just struggle till it pop. I'm not finna pop my rubber band now. I'd like to think of my brain as being one of those elastic ones. One of the ones that's capable of treating his life like it's mostly worth observing. Why not? Now, I already felt that way. I come across another video where a guy says that the idea of you being whatever you want to be is basically being the vibration of it. So if I made you understand that as a 4-year-old, when they say like being in the frequency of something, being in the thought of something, being it, fake it till you make it, being crazy enough to convince yourself that, you know, this is it, this is what it is, this is what life is. Once you put yourself in a position where you have a certain amount of information about something, you understand the look and feel, or you're willing to create what that look and feel is, and you're capable of creating a society around that, that is what I think living in the vibration of something is. So, for example, I get enough information about how to become a firefighter. There are already clear examples of what a firefighter looks like, so there's no point in recreating that, right? You don't have to make your own ideology of what that means. And then being able to handle the service and the job of a firefighter. I apologize. Last but not least, being consistent in that behavior. So if every day you got up and fought fires, you know, you don't really need a certificate or a badge. Although these things would put you in environments beyond the one that, you know, you operate in on a daily basis, but which is a good thing, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Then you are a firefighter. Same for being, you know, a real nigga, player, pimp, you know, a hoe. It's the same way moving in any of them spaces. Wanting to be a good person, a leader, a giver, It's the exact same thing. You know, this life is worth every experience. Mostly the bad ones to learn from why it gives you reasons to be good. And being good, which teaches you many reasons for why you only use bad to create more good. Or I'm saying that in a way where tough love or sacrifice or um, less is more. You know, I'm not talking about doing malicious things to anybody or to yourself. Um, we got like these 10 Commandments in the Bible that we follow. Y'all should check out the 42 Laws of Maat. Maat. Maat comes out of Africa. Um, but I'm speaking on the brain being elastic because I say that to say that um, no matter where you are in your mind, you're capable of changing. And change is something that is so fire. It's, it's so fire to evolve it into something else because of pressure, you know. Um, I keep seeing all these videos and stuff to make these examples with. I saw another video that asked the question, how does a crab uh, get its shell? And the answer is they don't grow on them. So if they don't grow on them and the crab has to go find a shell, how do they know when to go find another shell? Do they just say, hey, I like this blue one, I like this red one, and they go get in it? Nope. They can only go get another shell under the pressure that they experience of from growth, in the current shell that they're in, which forces them to get out of that, undergo all of the, danger to find another shell. I'm so tired of seeing people that look like me struggle on so many different levels, not just like financially. And when I say I'm tired of seeing it, I mean like in my heart, I just keep finding countless ways to help them, countless ways to make it possible for them to see their way through it. And I'm not going to stop. So this is another beginning for me to get on here and talk about it in a way that I think would give solutions outside of some of these set up systems that's not designed to directly address the issue. And sometimes people just hearing, reasons why they think maybe certain things might work a certain way. Sometimes you could just be stuck in who you are, and you don't realize that the little bit that you do towards whoever you believe that you want to be will actually create that change, that behavior for you to either bend yourself back to where you want to be or stretch yourself out outside of those conditions for you to go find that new shell. That's the brain elasticity. We're going to talk about one of the ways in which something outside of you can create such a stretch that you don't know it intentionally, but you feel it. One of my OGs was talking about how we're lied to. We're obviously lied to about so much, right? But how we're lied to about our age. You and I both know, if you are in America, I don't know if this is anywhere, I don't know if it's different in any other country for any other citizen, but if you live in America, then you know that a year is 12 months. So do this math with me. I need you to follow me, okay? We also know that how many weeks is in a year? 52 weeks. So I want you to write that on a sheet of paper. But 1 year, 12 months. That's in months. You do another year, 52 weeks. That's in weeks. 12 MNTHS, 52 WKS. If you do the division, for the 52 weeks, you get 13 months. When he originally told me this, he was saying it in a way where we realized that when you do the math for every year, you have either technically lived an additional month or you've lost a month. And the math was based on you losing a month because of the 12 months according to a year. And my math was you gain a month if you're going by as 52 weeks a year. So because 52 weeks is actually 13 months, okay, and they said that a year is 12 months, you technically lose a year. How? How is that? How do you lose a year? Because 52 weeks is 13 months, and they said a year is only 12 months. So that means that you have 1 month being removed from you. Because by starting over in January, you still having a birthday within another 12-month span. So if you count 12 years now, that 1 month that was gone now adds up to 12 months being gone, which is considered a year. You actually are not aging forward, you're aging backwards. So this is the math. 1 year equals 12 months, but we know 52 weeks is equal to 13 months. Follow that? Okay. So according to the 1 year equaling 12, 1 year, 12 months, but we know it's a month missing because 52 weeks is 13. So we only got 12. 1 year, 12. So let's count 12 years. And 1 month has been missing out of each of those 12 years. Those 12 months, they're equivalent to 1 year, which means that's 1 year of 12 months. That's 1 year, which is 12 months. But now we got 12 years, which is 12 months missing. That 12 months is equivalent to 1 year. That 1 year is the time that's gone. So every 12 years, you lose a age, right? Wish I could draw this up on the screen. I'm gonna get my animations right and my editing right for y'all to start seeing this stuff in live time. You're a whole lot younger than what you think you are, and you know it. You can feel it in your mind. You can feel it in just being ready for certain experiences in the world. They say it seems like life is moving faster, and that's because it is. Everything that is in perfect unison with what you're really supposed to know, everything around you agrees with it. So if you're aging at a rate where you have proper nutrition, proper exercise, uh, proper sunlight, you have proper, your emotions are in order, your spirituality, whether that's whatever belief system you have in a higher power and yourself, in what you create, whatever, right? If all of these things are in order, it would reflect in your biology. So you shouldn't be having a happy life, or what's considered a happy life in the system that we live in, and you're dying. There's something that your eye is seeing. There's something that is of nutritional deficiency that is killing you. It's something that you acting like you're happy about, and you know death is right there, or pain is right there, or you just dying for no reason. Don't make sense. There's something. There's always something, right? So, um, tell me what you think about that. You know, tell me what you think about the theory of aging faster or slower, right? I had to go back to him when he told me this. I was like, wait a minute, no, you technically like get a year, because you still have to consider the math of the 52 weeks. You still have to sit and go, wait a minute. So if it is 52 weeks, that means every year we supposed to get a extra month. So that means every 12 years, you technically are a year older. We're either really young and we stressed out and we know it, or we're really old and they treating us like we're young, and the body is not keeping up with itself no matter what you do to it. So let me know what you think about that one. Do you feel younger? Do you feel older? Are you processing meat on a crazy level and you're not sweating? You're not getting uric acid out of your body? Emptying your colon, making sure your liver is capable of continuously cleansing all of you, like, it's legitimate, man. But I think it starts in knowing that you could change and we could change, and we could really, really like put our efforts into things that create more life. So, just a subject to talk about. We're going to add to this subject. We're going to add to other subjects. I think our next subject, I'm actually not sure about our next subject. So just go ahead and tune in. We get started with it. I'm going to put up a post about it on YouTube. Y'all can check out Kick. Those are only two channels that I pretty much got live right now that I'm doing streams on. I don't have a TikTok. I think I might go ahead and create a TikTok, but I'm gonna see. We're gonna see what's to it. But other than that, I appreciate y'all time with nighttime views. I'm gonna finish smoking this weed, and I hope that you rolled up, smoke with me. Sit back, put some stuff up on your mind, create a conversation amongst you and yours. But again, thanks for tuning in with Nighttime Views. We are definitely going to be back with a better subject another day. Y'all be smooth out here in these streets.